Hello, this is Mr. Beller. These are instructions for day three, Thinking Like an Historian module, really focusing on the skill historical analysis and interpretation. All right, so if you're looking at this video, obviously you've gone to this module. The video instructions haven't been linked in the screen that you're seeing because I'm making them now. All right, so text instructions here, and I'm going to walk you through these. So you want to create a copy of the slide deck. So what does this slide deck look like? It should require you to do a forced copy of something that looks like this. Day three, Thinking Like an Historian. It has your groups here, and then it has three slides. All right, so each group has in the room has a link to a specific Google Meet breakout room. When it says group three, it should be hyperlinked. You want to click on that, and that will send you to a new breakout room that you can then discuss with your group members, and you can complete these videos and so on and so forth. And we can use the back channel chat to make sure you're able to ask me any questions, and I'm able to give you some time limits, and I can, and also make sure that you know that I'm popping in to various rooms to make sure that everybody is not only making progress towards completing the task, but I'm able to answer any questions and offer any sort of support that you or your group might need at that moment. All right, so the focus of today is to look at how historians might have or might present different perspectives or learn different lessons from events in history. And today we're looking at um, how three different historians have viewed or have emphasized the importance of Bacon's Rebellion, which happened in 1676. And we will see how this ties into the module of the American Civil Rights Movement based on the lessons or the areas of emphasis from each historian. What you guys are doing as you're engaging in this activity is really looking at what's called historiography or the history of history. So historiography is when you're looking at the different perspectives that various historians have on the same event. So the historiography of Bacon's Rebellion are the different lessons emphasized or the different perspectives that historians take all on Bacon's Rebellion. All right, so hopefully that makes sense. So these videos are hyperlinked. What you will want to do is, as you're watching these videos, you are going to want to, I'll bring back the instructions, you want to bullet point the key ideas from each historian. And that could be on a Google Doc, that could be on a sheet of paper. These are your ideas. All right. And then it says, then use a Venn diagram to compare the three versions. When you're done, click the next button. All right. So here, let's just make this video one, video two, video three. And what I would do is I would bullet point this and go ahead and say these are all the unique main ideas from video one about Bacon's Rebellion. These are all the unique ideas or the ideas that are unique only to video two. These are the unique ideas only to video three. And then when it overlaps, these are the ideas that are shared between video one and video three. These are the ideas shared between video two and video three. These are the ideas shared between video one and video two. And then in this middle, these are the ideas, if any, all right, that you guys as a team came up with. Like, these are the ideas that all historians that we watched have on Bacon's Rebellion. Now, I can understand that this might limit you. So if you want to, and your group is able to, you can do a three, maybe you could do a Google Doc. You make a table, history one, history two, history three, and then you label the other boxes. Views that are shared by history one and history two, views that are shared by history one and history three, views that are shared by history two and history three, views that are shared by all three. So if your group decides that this might be too small of a space to write your ideas and you want to present it in another way, that's fine. Just make sure that you're giving me the link to whatever I'm going to look at in this slide. So if you're not going to use this Venn diagram and you did a different way, please make sure you post that link here so I can click on it and go to whatever document you made. So that's the first part, just understanding what historiography is and how it plays out. Then once you guys are done with that, you want to go to the slide number 3. So the instructions for slide 3, it looks like a lot, but instructions for slide 3. As a team, assign roles and discuss the questions found on slide 3. All right, so what should you do here? First thing you should do is have someone open up a Google Doc and share that Google Doc with everybody in the group and myself. All right. On that Google Doc, you want to do a couple things here. Number one, you want to make sure that you are giving me the time, giving me the names of everybody that is assigned a role. And some people might be assigned multiple roles. So what I want to see first in the Google Doc is I want to see the title, Build Capacity Station 3, Historical Analysis and Interpretation. Then I want to see note taker. I want to see the name of the person who is a note taker for you. All right. Facilitator. I want to see the name of the person who's the facilitator for your group, so on and so forth. Then you guys, a facilitator, selects the order of the questions, and what I want you guys to do here is I want the facilitator just to drag and drop, all right, that order of the questions onto this slide deck. All right, so that way I understand the order of the conversation, and then the notes taker just can say question 1, question 2, question 3, and you don't have to copy and paste this entire question. Right, so maybe you only get to 4, right? You say we got 25 minutes, let's just try to answer 4 questions for right now, and if we can come back and answer any more, then that's great. But I think a good 3 to 4 questions, right, would be great. Meeting expectations, exceeding expectations would be any more than 4 questions. As you're going through and you're talking, the note taker is making sure that they are taking notes, jotting down notes. Do not jot down key points in the boxes. You can if you want. If you want to just go ahead and you want to type up what's being said in this box, that's fine. I thought it might be easier just to have a separate Google Doc, and you're saying question 1, and these were the group responses to question 1, so on and so forth. And what I would do here at the bottom is I would just insert maybe a text box, and then right here, go ahead and then copy and paste your hyperlink there. All right. That way, when you turn in the slide deck, I have a couple of things here. I have a completed Venn diagram and or a link to go to that Venn diagram that you compare all 3 histories. Then when I go here, I know the order of the questions, and I can very easily click on that link, and I can say, oh, okay, here's the link to the responses to these questions, and everything's great. What you will do is you will turn in a URL to that slide deck. 1 per group is fine. Make sure that the sharing settings are there so I can open them. Make sure you have slide 2 completed. Make sure you have slide 3 completed. The due date, September 1st. We will only spend a portion of September 1st's class on this assignment. So you guys have today, you have tomorrow, and then whatever you get that guys don't get done in that allotted time for tomorrow, that is now expected to be completed outside of class. And that's something that you and your group members are going to have to determine, but making sure that you have to finish it, all right, by September 2nd at 11:59 p.m. All right, so that's those are the instructions for day 3, thinking like an historian, historical analysis and interpretation.